Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most intense police chases ever caught on Dashcam and Bodycam. High speeds, split-second decisions, and shocking endings you won't believe are real. Buckle up, this is pure chaos in motion.
Good travel, doctor.
On December 20th, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a Ford Mustang driving in the wrong lane on State Road 79. This wasn't just a traffic violation. The trooper had intel that the driver was a known drug dealer. As he moved in to stop the car, the Mustang suddenly accelerated, kicking off a high-speed pursuit.
Turned into a cemetery. Careful. Your radio's cut now. You back northbound? It was fine.
Out of nowhere, the driver slammed on the brakes. It was a dangerous move at that speed. The trooper couldn't react in time and crashed into the back of the Mustang. But the chase didn't stop there.
Careful.
With the driver's door jammed shut, he climbed out the window and took off on foot. But the trooper was right behind him. There was no time to run far. Within moments, the suspect was tackled and arrested. Inside the wrecked Mustang, officers found suspected drugs and other evidence.
It all started with a white BMW flying past Walmart doing 114 miles per hour, like the red light didn't even exist. Typical BMW energy. Speed over sense. The moment the officer pulled out, the driver stomped the gas, and the chase was on.
Here he comes.
Grassy Lake Bridge, troopers nailed the spike strip deployment. The suspect's tires got shredded and his speed started to drop. But even with flats, he kept pushing.
25 primary, I'm secondary. 25, you can't get over and get stopped. We're coming up in the three lanes almost to top of the hill here. Speed is slow drastically. We're down to about 90 now. We're still about 120 catching up to it.
Trooper Cheers stepped up, and at 105 miles per hour, he delivered a clean PIT that sent the BMW flying off the road into a ditch. Out of nowhere, two dogs leapt out of the wreck and took off running across the field. Ethan Matthew German was hit with a long list of charges: felony fleeing, aggravated assault, reckless driving, speeding at 135 miles per hour, and more. As for the dogs, both were later found safe and uninjured. It was 7:51 p.m. on February 3rd, 2025, when Trooper Dylan Evans spotted an orange and black Dodge Charger speeding down Interstate 40 at 83 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. What should have been a quick traffic stop quickly escalated as the driver, Brandon Williams, decided to bolt. Trooper C, right nearby and ready to back up, joined the chase as Williams sped eastbound, weaving through traffic at over 140 miles per hour. The reckless driving showed no concern for safety, just an urgent desire to get away. Trooper Wright wasn't letting Williams slip away. Near the 284-mile marker, he executed a perfect TVI, slamming into the Charger and pinning it head-on.
You fucking move! You're gonna get shot! Do you understand? You fucking move! You get shot!
On the night of April 29th, 2025, a simple traffic stop for sketchy paper tags quickly escalated into a dangerous, high-speed manhunt. Corporal Dustin Arnold attempted to pull over a black SUV on Interstate 30, but the driver had other plans. Instead of yielding, he floored it, utilizing the shoulder to dangerously weave past innocent motorists.
Osprey, I'm sure you have. You advised Troop A.
Public service with a ramp.
10-4. Clear.
That's 124. In the 33, roll over 1016.
This is proof that ASP troopers will do anything to stop a fleeing suspect, even if it endangers their own lives. Trooper Freeman blocked the suspect's path, and at 100 miles per hour, the suspect crashed into his cruiser and went off-road. The violent impact disabled both vehicles and left Trooper Freeman with minor injuries.
Hey, right here. Hey!
With the cuffs securely on suspect Milton Ellis Jr., troopers searched his wrecked SUV and found exactly why he fought so hard: a red backpack holding a stolen .38 special revolver out of Memphis. After a quick trip to the hospital for stitches in his face and arm, Ellis was hauled off to the Saline County Jail to face a mountain of felonies, including second-degree battery, felony fleeing, and possession of a stolen firearm.
September 14th, 2024, a red motorcycle tore down I-95, breaking more than just the speed limit. Florida Highway Patrol troopers noticed something unusual: an expired tag from 2018. What began as a simple traffic stop escalated into a high-speed pursuit through Palm Beach County, putting countless lives at risk. This is the story of how a 63-year-old man's reckless decisions ended in a dramatic takedown.
We're 10 there on a motorcycle. It's westbound Gateway. Traffic's clear. Speed is 30.
321. Speed is 30. 321 westbound Gateway. This speed was actually 70 miles an hour, traffic's clear, road is clear. Everyone knows traffic. You're trying to lose the traffic. Alright, I'm gonna try to block this. Yeah, we're right behind you.
Scott Thomas was arrested and charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license.
Trooper Tanner Seal was running radar on the side of US Highway 78 when he heard it. A motorcycle screaming past at 80 miles per hour in a 60. But the moment the rider spotted the trooper, he slammed the brakes trying to play it cool. Too late. Seal pulled onto the road, but a white Camaro blocked his path. By the time he got around it, the biker had already decided he wasn't stopping. Blue lights flashed and the chase was on. The motorcycle hit 130 miles per hour, weaving through Roseland and heading for the Big Lake Bridge. The suspect dodged cars, jumped onto the shoulder, and refused to stop. He wasn't just running, he was gambling with his life.
Can't get the tag right now.
Coming up to Fleeman Road, westbound, still in Manila, light traffic. Coming up to the curve in Manila, traffic's still light. Closure traffic still light through Manila, continue. I think Manila's joining in now. How close to him, Marty? A couple hundred yards. Simple.
With the suspect dropping to 35 miles per hour and still weaving recklessly, Trooper Seal saw an opening. He went for it, a pit maneuver on a motorcycle.
Get on your fucking face! On your fucking face right now, motherfucker! Get down! Get down! Now! Get down!
On April 30th, 2019, Marion County detectives spotted a white Ford F-150 that had been reported stolen. Behind the wheel was 43-year-old Daniel Eugene Bolden. When they tried to pull him over for a felony stop, he hit the gas and took off.
We got clear road up ahead.
Yeah, cars coming and we're northbound on 153. Stop sticks were successful.
Officers deployed stop sticks, blowing out 3 tires. Bolden veered off the road and bailed on foot.
Fucking man! I'm the man! Hey! Get on my dog! Get on your stomach! Get on your stomach! Get on your stomach! Get on...
K9 Duder wasn't playing games. He caught up with Bolden and took him down clean. Bolden was cuffed and hit with a long list of charges, including fleeing, burglary, and grand theft auto. Duder earned every treat that day. On August 3rd, 2025, an Amber Alert out of Georgia spilled into Florida. Mortez Rashad Edwards kidnapped his own infant after a breakup with wife and fled in a silver Ford F-150. Once FHP got the bolo, every trooper in range jumped into the pursuit because this wasn't a routine chase. There was a kidnapped baby inside that truck and every mile mattered.
Now back eastbound.
Getting around eastbound, Crystal.
Hit the shoulder in the ditch. Hit the shoulder in the ditch.
chase turned into a mission impossible problem for FHP. Edwards was trying to sideswipe patrol cars, but troopers knew an infant was in the truck, so they couldn't just smash him off the road. They were running out of options and had to work surgically.
We're going south, Pony Hill.
Troopers finally caught that low-speed opening, a controlled pit, then a unit planted in front to trap the truck. Edwards still chose chaos. He rammed the patrol car, stepped out holding an AR-15, and bolted for the woods. Deputies stripped the rifle away, chased him down, tased and cuffed him. The infant was rushed to the hospital and was not injured. Edwards now faces kidnapping a minor, cruelty toward a child, and firearm charges. Police grappler tools are becoming a game changer in chases, safer and quicker than risky pits. Colorado, for example, has 28 grapplers and over 120 deployments already. So this isn't experimental, it's working. At around 3:47 a.m., Olympia PD's license plate reader flagged a stolen vehicle. Deputies joined the hunt as the driver tore down highways at 130 miles per hour. Lanes and shoulders didn't slow him. This was no casual flee, it was full throttle.
City 163 comes out of the place outside media and the pump break.
80 on position 1 now, traffic.
31 on 3, we're passing 193rd Avenue right now.
80, I'm going to go for a grapple.
Fully PD, go for a grapple.
Good grapple, felony stop.
Good grapple.
South at 93rd, we'll be on the south side.
The grappler locked onto the tire, and the stolen car dropped from 100 miles per hour to 0 in under 2 seconds. No spin out, no crash, just a clean stop. The suspect was already wanted on multiple felony warrants in King County. Now he's facing charges for possessing a stolen vehicle and attempting to elude. With all that stacked up, he could be looking at 5 to 10 years behind bars. On July 16, 2024, James Lee Mason caught a cop's attention for a reckless lane change on Tara Boulevard. When they tried to pull him over in a nearby lot, he gunned it, blowing through traffic lights, nearly slamming into cars.
Taking off all PD.
Affirmative. You're making a right turn. Get back on Tara Boulevard. We'll be going northbound. It's gonna be a white Impala. Speeds will be 105 right now. Coming up to North Avenue.
Jones Road, Citizens Highway. 16 fully, I'm gonna pick it up. Not close. On Tara Boulevard from Highway 138. Taking a right on North Ave. A right on North Ave from Tara Boulevard. Down North Ave. Tara Boulevard. Oh, this time space will go. It'll be northbound, Tara Boulevard. And North Ave.
I'm about to put your car in the ditch. You better pull over. I'm about to put you into a tree. You better pull over.
Better be occupied. One black male, white t-shirt. With facial hair.
After cutting down Dixie Drive, Mason ran into a dead end. Instead of stopping, he barreled down a hill onto Highway 138, still refusing to give up.
That's it.
Dead end, Dixie Drive. Woody. It'll be 138 now, 138. Front tire damage has been stowed at drive. Eastbound on 38. If I can fit. He recovered. It'll be northbound. Don't go hold from Highway 138. Northbound. Don't go hold from 138.
Hey, watch out. Let me get him again. Watch out.
It's like storage. Down Store Road.
The second PIT was the game ender. The car slammed into a fence and brick sign at Life Storage and finally came to a stop. Mason was arrested on the spot.
Get out. Get on the ground. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I don't have nothing.
On May 3rd, a trooper pulled over a red Kia for a busted brake light outside a marijuana dispensary. The driver, Joshua Ringel, got aggressive fast, fighting the trooper, throwing punches, and even grabbing him by the neck during a violent struggle in the parking lot.
Look, I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you, stop. I'm not going. Stop. For what? It's simple assault from where? Simple assault. Get out of the crowd.
Go around.
Ringel jumped in his car and took off, starting a high-speed chase.
Reason for chase. Police officer, CW.
Punching a trooper wasn't enough. Now he was firing shots from the moving car. With a gun pointed out the window, the situation exploded. Multiple police units were now racing in to stop him.
Testing now, but we're coming up to West Madison.
Coming up to West Madison.
After ramming a South Bend patrol car, Ringel bailed out and ran into the woods. Officers chased him down as he fired a shot at one of them. Believing an officer had been hit, a trooper opened fire, unloading 7 rounds. Ringel was later captured alive and now faces a long list of felonies that could land him behind bars for over 30 years. In Atlanta, a gray and white Scat Pack were spotted with no plates, tearing down the highway side by side. When officers lit them up, both took off. The white one bailed at Cleveland Avenue, the gray one stayed on I-75, and the chase was on.
On Cleveland, one staying on the interstate. I'm taking the one on the interstate.
South Tactic Cleveland, 1 to the exit and 1. No way.
All right, still southbound 75 coming up to Central Ave.
Still southbound, coming up on Central Ave.
They were both trying to take the Cleveland exit, but this gray one didn't make it. I'm staying with him.
The gray Challenger was flying, pushing well past 120 miles per hour. The trooper's cruiser was almost topped out, struggling just to stay close, let alone get in position for a pit maneuver.
Coming up on CW Bridge.
Coming up to Riverdale, Notify Clayton County, Atlanta. Notify Clayton County. We're exiting onto Riverdale. Exiting onto Riverdale.
Exiting on Riverdale.
Southbound Riverdale, almost 1050. Still going.
Can I get there for 85?
Yes, but you're probably better off. I don't know, to be honest with you. We're passing up Clayton County units now. Passing Clayton County units now. Stand by.
Passing Clayton County units.
Pit. I'm trying to get him off the road. Get him disabled. Stand by. All right, stand by. Multiple pits and contacts.
After several hard pit attempts near Clayton County, officers finally disabled the gray Challenger and ended the chase. The driver was arrested on the spot and now faces multiple charges. As for his new racing buddy in the white Challenger, he drove smarter, slipped away during the chaos, and got clean away. This chase started like most Dodge Challenger stories do. Two of them spot each other on the highway and instantly turn it into a race. On September 20th, 2023, Arkansas State Police caught them ripping down I-440 at over 150 miles an hour. One took an exit, the other kept pushing west, and troopers locked in. The white Challenger roared up to 160 miles per hour, weaving across lanes, blasting shoulders, and even sideswiping another car, while his passenger begged him to stop.
More than one northbound.
The pursuit ended on Interstate 430 when a trooper slammed a pit, spinning the Challenger into the median barrier. Barton hit the pavement in cuffs, his passenger went to the hospital, and the car was hauled away. Now, Barton's reckless run has him facing charges that could keep him behind bars for years. This is one of the wildest chases you'll ever see. It had everything: stolen cars, a foot chase, multiple PITs, reckless driving, and even a vehicle fire. It started when a trooper tried to stop a black GMC Yukon with fake tags, but the second the lights came on, the driver floored it, and the madness began.
Behind you, 16, let you know, south end of Brooklyn.
Y'all, when we started down Jake Street, it's one with dead end. He's on bail out on foot toward
Moments later, he blew through a chain-link fence and barreled straight into the Nestle plant's property. Inside, he and a woman ditched the Yukon and carjacked a Ford F-350 with a trailer at gunpoint.
Hey, where'd he go?
Going back towards the shore.
He took off the dually?
Alright, I'm gonna switch over troop scene call. Still speed's about 70. He tried to pit, but he couldn't do it.
He ran. 16 be careful with the heavy trailer.
Be careful, it's a heavy trailer.
I don't know who that was. You 10-4.
Somebody check on 16, he went in the ditch.
Things turned extremely dangerous when the suspect sped into busy city streets. Troopers knew they had to act immediately before disaster struck.
Correction, I'm at MLK. Highland MLK. He just hit somebody here at Harrisburg Road in Highland. Get JPD check on him.
10-4.
Got a crash. He's still going.
Dually down.
Up there, take him out.
Go, 16, go!
Deputy's out for the one at Harrisburg. Go. Left on the Parker Road. No, we can't get in front of him. Somebody get Caraway Road Parker and in this, if you can. We'll be eastbound on West. We'll be eastbound on West Parker.
It's going to take you down West Parker. It's going to take you down West Parker.
Motherfucker.
16 struck pit over Highland. They just can't get this thing fitted. Coming traffic again. Gonna be approaching the intersection. Looks like he might be trying to get back on the interstate. He's about to hit the guardrail. He went through the guardrail, crossed traffic into the housing complex.
Eventually, he lost control. The truck swerved off the road, crossed all 4 lanes of I-555, and plunged into a water-filled ditch. The chase seemed over. Davis bailed out and ran into a nearby neighborhood, but officers quickly locked down the area and caught him hiding in a backyard. The woman who was riding with him was also detained. Both were taken into custody. Chase over. Traffic on I-55 southbound near the bridge was backed up. A red Pontiac Grand Prix suddenly flew past troopers on the shoulder, doing 50 in stopped traffic. When the blue lights came on, it pulled over. But what started as a traffic stop would turn deadly within minutes.
Trooper Robert State Police, I stopped you for passing on the shoulder, my man. You got your driver's license? I don't have a license. I was taking her to the hospital. She got the bullet wound.
The driver, 26-year-old Eric Winfert from Illinois, said he was rushing his sick friend to the hospital. He didn't have a license. The passenger, a woman with no ID, said the same, but the smell of weed coming from the car said otherwise. The woman first claimed there might be a gun in the car. Then, without warning, she jumped into the driver's seat, threw it in drive, and took off, leaving Winfert and the troopers behind.
Put him in custody. Four City, where's the sleeper? Female jumped in the car on me and took off. We're almost to the bridge. Unfortunately, she stopped in traffic. She may have wrecked. She did. She wrecked out. Unfortunately, it's normally 1016.
The Pontiac had slammed into a box truck and was torn in half. The driver, later identified as 25-year-old Brittany Johns, was found inside, partially ejected, with her head resting where the back seats used to be. Brittany Johns died from her injuries. After the crash, troopers found a .22 revolver on the backseat floor. She also had a warrant out of Illinois. In Moscow, on August 19, 2013, a mint green Nissan GTR barreled through Moscow's rush hour. A police car flashed lights and sirens chasing hard. Without dash cams, one officer grabbed his phone and recorded the chase from the passenger seat as the GTR darted past line after line of cars.
Направо, на обочину, прижимаемся. Три, два, семь, делаем остановочку вправо делаем, 327, на обочину останавливаемся, 327, на обочину останавливаемся, аккуратненько, делаем остановочку вправо. 953, 2242.
After the stop, the driver claimed he couldn't hear the sirens because the music was too loud. But what grabbed everyone's attention wasn't just his excuse, it was the vanity plate on the dash that read Taylor, matching the stage name of Russian rapper Alexander Tequila Tarasov. The clip exploded online, with many saying it looked more like a stunt than a real chase. No official statements. The identity of the driver was never confirmed. On May 15, 2022, at North Avenue and Spring Street in Atlanta, a full street takeover was going down. 2 streets blocked off, cars posted up like a barricade, and a silver Lexus spinning drags in circles. Smoke was so thick, people were basically coughing through it, engines screaming, tires melting. When GSP tried to lock on, a crowd in masks rushed up and tried to block the patrol car, all the clowns thinking GSP would just stop if they stood in front of it.
I should go to the westbound, northbound. Clear, westbound, northbound. Northbound. Clear, passing north side drive. Going right, northbound, north side drive. Clear, making right, northbound, north side drive, go ahead. Good. Driving out of it. I'm watching where you come up. Say it again, Atlanta. I've got the dog.
TFC A. Gonzalez hit the first pit. The Lexus spun and still tried to run. Then Corporal Ennis delivered a second pit that stopped it near the curb, and troopers pinned the car and pulled everyone out at gunpoint. Driver Yahir Alexander Vega, passengers Daniel Valdez and juvenile Czar Salazar. Salazar said he begged to be let out because he was scared he'd die.
Right now, chill out, bro. Let's not cover nobody. Just wait. The homeboy did that dumb stuff. How old are you? 18. Hey! Oh, yeah! It's a big jam, boy. Wait! Woo!
Officers asked Vega how old he was, and when he said 18, they straight up celebrated. Man, GSP is brutal. With felony fleeing, reckless driving, and street racing, plus stunt driving charges, he could be looking at 1 to 5 years in prison.
A routine traffic stop turned into a heart-pounding chase within seconds. Officers spotted a white Chevrolet Impala with no Georgia license plate and flipped on their emergency lights. For a brief moment, it seemed like the driver might pull over, but then he floored it, weaving through traffic like a man with nothing to lose.
Speed approximately 80, 85, 35, passing improperly, reckless.
Trooper Guerra attempted a precision immobilization technique. The vehicle spun counterclockwise but kept moving. The Impala skidded to a stop, but Pastel wasn't giving up. He flung open the door and took off on foot. Officers shouted commands, but he kept running until he tripped, hitting the pavement hard. Even then, he fought to resist, refusing to roll over as officers moved in. Pastel refused to comply. A taser strike brought him down, ending the chase.
On August 7, 2021, a red Chevy Equinox was spotted in Fulton County, weaving between cars and crossing solid lines on the ramp to I-75-85. The trooper signaled him to pull over. The driver nodded like he would, then suddenly hit the gas and took off.
Stop. Please stop. 468 Atlanta, we're continuing northbound on the shoulder.
Yeah, boy, you want some trip?
It's in 4 on 1080, I'm approaching Edgewood.
Left shoulder, right shoulder.
Right shoulder, I'm coming up to you, work your way to the right.
Clear all you see about 6 or 8 stages this time. You go ahead and drive. Once you start calling.
Red.
Hey, 14, be with 468.
All right, stop, traffic stop here. Passing through stuff, looks like no 1050s.
Coming up on Beach Street. Later, coming up on Beach Street.
Exiting. Slowing down.
Up on Beach Street.
The suspect exited too fast at Peachtree Street and crashed into a guardrail. 4 people bailed from the car. The driver ran through a parking garage and was caught 0.2 miles later. Inside the vehicle, troopers found promethazine in a baby bottle, a loaded 9mm handgun, and a backpack full of fraudulent checks. The driver, D'Angelo Rogers, was a convicted felon wanted for aggravated assault. One passenger, Latravius Lawrence, was wanted for felony theft. Rogers now faces multiple felony charges and could do over 10 years behind bars. On September 1st, 2024, a street takeover organized all over social media packed a Tampa intersection. Crowds everywhere, cars drifting, smoke in the air. But the moment FHP lit up their sirens, cars scrambled and one Dodge Challenger tried slipping out of the mess. Drivers ran like cockroaches, and just like that, the chase was on.
I got a red gas tank and wide body. Romeo Hotel, South Crossing for 708. I'm currently heading eastbound. Romeo Hotel, South Crossing, 3701.
Once the Challenger hit a clear stretch, troopers moved in, boxed it tight, and when the driver tried one last desperate burst, an FHP unit swung in and pit maneuvered the Challenger, shutting it down instantly. 10 people were arrested, guns seized, cars impounded, and that social media stunt turned into real charges: fleeing, racing, reckless driving, and more. On September 1st, 2024, a street takeover organized all over social media packed a Tampa intersection. Crowds everywhere, cars drifting, smoke in the air. But the moment FHP lit up their sirens, cars scrambled and one Dodge Challenger tried slipping out of the mess. Drivers ran like cockroaches, and just like that, the chase was on.
I got a red gas tank and wide body. Romeo Hotel, South Crossing for 708. I'm currently heading eastbound. Romeo Hotel, South Crossing, 3701.
Once the Challenger hit a clear stretch, troopers moved in, boxed it tight, and when the driver tried one last desperate burst, an FHP unit swung in and pit maneuvered the Challenger, shutting it down instantly. 10 people were arrested, guns seized, cars impounded, and that social media stunt turned into real charges. Fleeing, racing, reckless driving, and more. On July 28, 2023, Marion officers tried stopping 32-year-old DeMarcus Clark, but he punched it and blasted down Interstate 40 at well over 120 miles an hour. Arkansas State Police jumped in. And you know how it goes. When ASP enters the game, the night usually ends badly for anyone trying to outrun them.
You're trying to assault an officer. I'm primary, drop the 283. All right.
Near the 283-mile marker, an ASP trooper finally found his opening. With traffic ahead and almost no time to spare, he hit Clark with a tactical vehicle intervention, spinning the vehicle and leaving it wrecked in the middle of the interstate.
All right. I just got wrecked out. I see you guys. Bridge. I see you guys. All right, you're wrecked out. Wrecked down, wrecked down, wrecked down.
Another trooper arriving behind him was still coming in at high speed, and bad visibility made the wrecked car hard to see sitting across the lanes. Clark appeared already unconscious in the driver's seat after the pit when the second ASP unit struck the disabled vehicle. Clark died from the crash sequence, and the trooper involved was hospitalized and later released. Interstate 40 stayed shut down for hours as investigators pieced together the chain of impacts that ended the pursuit.
Hey, you need to stay off the road. We may have a pursuit coming through. Stay off the road.
Just after 4 a.m. on January 26th, Trooper Bird was notified that Benton PD was chasing a blue Jeep Liberty tied to a string of break-ins. The driver was flying down I-30 eastbound, hitting speeds near 100 miles per hour.
Traffic. Alright, we're primary now. We will be in just a second.
The suspect drove recklessly, swerving into oncoming lanes and pushing 70 in a 35 miles per hour zone. Every turn felt more dangerous than the last as the Jeep barreled toward North Sardis Road. Bird joined and quickly took the lead as the pursuit pushed deeper into residential streets.
I think I'm right about here. You're good to go. I'm in the line. 10-4, straight to the intersection. Watch the cars coming on. There's a creek right here in tracks. I'm from this area. I know it. So I'm going to hang back and wait. Once we get through this area, then we'll
Going through
we'll adjust it.
Alexander Road and Viney Ridge.
These
Speed
tracks
about
are rough.
55. No traffic on Alexander Road.
Yeah, right there at that warehouse. That should be opening up. So he's going to try to turn here, I think. They're not going to let us get into Amazon.
Instead of giving up, the driver hit the gas again, crashing through a fence and into a nearby field. But it didn't last long. The Jeep got stuck just a few feet in.